In this video, I'm going to preview some techniques that you will use in your final project. You will learn how to make your character talk and walk. To start, let's talk about lip syncing. I'm going to take the character I made for the Drawing a Character in Animate video and make him a tour guide at the Statue of Liberty. I'm going to have him walk and talk to the tour group, giving them facts about the landmark in New York City. As demonstrated in Lecture 6, I'm going to make my character talk using the Auto Lip Sync tool. In order to set up my lip sync project, I'm going to create the various mouth shapes representing all of the positions of the mouth speaking all the sounds of our alphabet. Now I'll create a graphic symbol with all the mouth shapes for my character and call it Mouth Positions. I will have the symbol organized with two layers, one called Labels and the other called Positions. In frame 1, I'll drag the first symbol to the stage and carefully position it in a place where the rest of the shapes will be located. Now I will label each shape in the label field of the Properties panel. As I go back to scene 1, I will add two more layers for the lip syncing effect to happen. One layer called Mouth and the other layer called Audio. I'll place the Mouth Position symbol on the frame 1 of the Mouth layer. Next, I'll need to find a voice recorder app on my smartphone. I need to record the audio of what the tour guide is saying to his group. Following the instructions for the app, I will hit Record, which is usually a large red button on the main interface, and say the following sentence. The Statue of Liberty is 305 feet tall. Once recorded the way I like, I will click the Share button on the app and email the audio file to myself or use another method to transfer the file to the computer I'm working on. The audio file can be a WAV or an AIFF file that can be imported into my animation of the tour guide. Once my audio file is in the library, I'll select the audio layer and drag the file on top of the stage. Next, I would like to see how long the audio file is in my timeline. I will go out to frame 84 and insert a keyframe and see that it shows the entire waveform of the audio in the timeline. Yes, it does. One more step I have to do with the audio, and that is selecting frame 1 of the audio layer and open the Properties panel. In the Sound section, I'll select Stream in the Sync drop-down menu. Now I need to go to the stage and click on the Mouth Position symbol, look at the options for the symbol in the Properties panel, and click the Lip Syncing button at the bottom of the panel. The Lip Syncing panel opens up, and now I will assign each shape by clicking each of my shape to designate to Animate's 12 options. Then I need to choose to Sync with Audio and Layer, and then click Done. Now I can test my movie.
The Statue of Liberty is 305 feet tall.
Once again, I want to create a walk cycle for the tour guide using the same techniques demonstrated in Lecture 6. So I'm going to use the Modern Rigging tool. For this project, I'm going to use Animate's Modern Rigging tool to create a nice, fluid walk cycle for my tour guide. This feature was also demonstrated in Lecture 6. I've made some modifications to the body of my character so I can see him walking from a side view. I've also separated his body on different layers so I'll be able to animate his limbs and head walking. Using the Asset Warp tool, I will give my character's limbs, joints, and bones to show motion. Keep in mind, your character should be a vector drawing, not a symbol. Now I need a guide to follow to position his legs and arms to make the walk cycle look realistic. I can do a simple search on Google to find a good walk cycle guide. I will choose this one and import it to my Animate document of the tour guide. I'll go ahead and create the walk cycle, and in order to save time, I'll speed up the video. There. Now I'll test the movie. One note about the tour guide's walk. Because he is walking and describing the Statue of Liberty for the tour, we'll have the camera move with the tour guide so it will look like he is walking in place, but the background will be moving past, giving the appearance that he is, in fact, walking forward. Now I need a good photo of the Statue of Liberty, so I'll go to one of my favorite websites that offers royalty-free images, Pixabay. I will do a search for the Statue of Liberty, and right in the middle I have found one that I like. I may need to make the image wider to accommodate the statue's movement across the stage. I can use Photoshop to add more water and sky to each side of the photo. This is a very easy process using Content-Aware Fill. Now, I will import this photo into my Animate file and make it a symbol. I'll create a classic tween and have it move from right to left, just for the amount of time for the animation. I will test the movie and everything looks great. For the end of the animation, I would like to have a seagull fly across the scene, admiring the view of the statue, and maybe making a comment about the tour guide's presentation. I'm going to animate the movements of the seagull's wings using the Bone tool. Once you have accomplished the human walk cycle, then creating a bird flapping its wings shouldn't be too difficult. Plus, the seagull will have his head facing towards the statue, so you won't have to beak sync the movement to his words. I've decided that it would be best to make the seagull a nested animation. So I have the body of the bird here, and I will double click on it to go inside the next level. Using the Bone tool, I can now position the wings flapping like so. Going back to Scene 1, I can give the seagull a classic tween so it will fly across the stage and complete my animation. Once again, I will test the movie and see that the 3 advanced animation techniques are working effectively.
The Statue of Liberty is 305 feet tall.
I didn't know that.
That looks good. I hope this was helpful, and I encourage you to continue experimenting with Animate and how you can make your characters come to life.